Hey YouTube family, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. I'm Purusha Intuitive, my name is Deborah, and this is Purusha Intuitive. So thank you for joining me. I feel like a complete a-hole. I did a full moon video 2 days ago back on Tuesday, and I apparently forgot to upload it, which I didn't even realize until yesterday when I was going to post it on my Instagram. I was trying to get everything kind of up and running before the full moon. It is today, April 6th, the day that I'm recording this, but it happened in the wee hours of the morning, 12:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So obviously that's dependent on where you live, where you're located, etc. But, you know, I like really doing these videos because you can see how the energy plays out in your own life and people around you. Legit, it was hilarious. I was coming into work the other day. I think I put this on some of the zodiac readings, but this couple was like fighting, like saying some really nasty things to each other. And it kind of threw me off guard because I wasn't really expecting it. You know, me, my like nerd self or whatever. And then I just, you know, was thinking about the full moon and I'm like, this is case in point, perfect example of how that energy manifests. The full moon is in Libra, so it is dealing a lot with our partnerships, you know, the way we show up in those. And it's in relation to our ego, our self, our identity, how we feel about ourselves, right? The sun is right now in Aries. So we're kind of working through this energy of getting connected with who we are. That's a lifelong process. I get that 100%. But it's that extra value of just like, there's been a lot that's gone on over the past couple years. It's been a shakeup collectively. We have been, it's like a snow globe, right? Where it's gets shooken up. Our life, you know, we got to let the pieces fall and see what's left to work with. And then we have to make new goals, dreams, visions of how we want our life to look. And it really is on a deeper, more authentic level. If we're not, if we're missing the point, we're just going to loop back through that fun little cycle, right? So probably learning some of the same lessons. That being said, Chiron is conjunct the sun, meaning they're right on top of each other. Chiron is the wound healer. So it is what bridges the inner planets with the outer planets. The inner planets relate to our physical day-to-day world, what happens, you know, pretty consistently throughout our daily lives, versus the outer planets, which are more the spiritual, the higher path, higher evolution, dharma, etc. So, you know, it's a lot centered around us healing ourselves, right? Going back to what I was talking about a minute ago, being more authentic. You know, really like kind of, it is a little bit of a selfish energy. I mean, obviously we don't want to go too overboard because Uranus is also aspecting this full moon, and it's kind of creating that knee-jerk reaction to say something that's a little below the belt, that FU response, you know, kind of having that fight mentality, fighting for the little man, fighting for yourself, the changes you're making, the evolution, etc. You know, you want to stand by that, right? As we all do. But we want to just kind of make sure that it doesn't mess with, you know, what we're trying to grow and build. Because just as Chiron and the sun are conjunct, they're also conjunct with Jupiter. Jupiter is our fortune. It is our abundance. So that's basically saying that the more we are honest with ourselves about who and what we want, how we want to show up in our life, giving that same respect and integrity to the relationships that we're in, whether it means being a little bit nicer, right? Finding better ways to work in harmony, or maybe it's knowing that something has, you know, lived its life and it's time to move on and evolve, etc. Everyone's situation is going to be different. There is a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction to be complacent in the easier things, right? Like so with the South Node in Scorpio, if we kind of want things to be easy, which is normal human nature, we all want the ease and, you know, not really having to make a lot of changes. That is where it's going to get a little bit tricky. So if we fall, what that basically means is if we fall into habits, patterns of comfortability, choosing to stay with someone because it makes it easier, it doesn't rock the boat, that type of vibe, or in a business relationship, or, you know, whatever, a community, however it manifests for you, that can be where it gets a little bit sticky. And that's where, like I was talking about earlier, we end up kind of repeating those cycles of pattern and behavior all over again, you know, loops us back through. So what else about this? You know, like I said, there's a little bit of tension, a little bit of frustration, especially as it relates to, you know, even with our North Node, right? So our North Node and our Chiron are on either sides of the sun. Both of those talk about healing, growth, evolution. The North Node is about what we need to aspire to in our life path, the higher calling, etc. Neptune is still in Pisces, so it gives us a deep connection to our intuition, really kind of tapping in and tuning in with ourselves. It's way easier to do right now. That is easily done through meditation practice, reflection, you know, just taking time out for yourself in the morning, you know, when everything's fresh and new for the day, you know, whether it's during your coffee or tea time, or, you know, giving yourself 15-20 minutes to just be with yourself. That's going to help give more clarity around what is happening, especially in, you know, like that, your day-to-day world, right? Like how it shows up with your finances, your potential in your material world, you know, the people that you're surrounded with, etc. There is the opportunity for a lot more love and connection the more we allow people to just be themselves, right? Really coming from that space of non-judgment, you know, and again, like I said, being honest about who this person is and what the dynamic or the relationship is. Mercury sextile to Saturn gives us clear thinking. It gives us good judgment. We're able to see situations a little more clearly versus like out of our pain, out of our wounding. And with that Mercury sextile to Mars, it gives us the opportunity to be a little bit more practical about how we implement things moving forward, how we need to treat people, interact with them in order to get the best result. So, you know, it's a good full moon, but, you know, I feel like it's again more that lesson of making the energy work for you versus trying to force the energy that you want. That's where we can get tripped up a little bit more. Yeah, there's that North Node confirmation, destinies and challenges, it's called in this deck. So what we need to overcome, the South Node is our karma, what we bring into this world, the life lessons we're here to learn, etc. And our North Node is the way that we grow beyond that. We all do it, whether we're aware of it or not, whether we care to or not. You know, I'm not saying everyone has to be on this healing path, but naturally in life, we grow and evolve. We grow through our experiences, our interactions with people, places, and things. It helps us understand whether we want that or not, right? I don't mean to oversimplify, but it is simple. We just have to stop making it so complicated, right? But that's what this building and growth is all about with that waxing crescent, right? It's about realigning, finding inspiration, finding growth, learning, understanding, putting plans into action through the tension, through the struggle. Opposition can actually be a really powerful energy when you learn how to make the opposing forces come together in harmony. It's that value of, the Two of Wands, really bringing in understanding the duality and knowing how to kind of fluidly move through it. Because that really is what brings peace and harmony. That's what conjunction is all about. Amplifying from an easier, stronger space. Like opposition is when we kind of go through it to get to the higher lesson, the wisdom. Where conjunct, it's naturally there. But, that's the thing. Life is duality. There is a lot. We think certain things about people and what they do. And, there's a laundry list, right? I feel like the more we become intentional about our lives, then we can rationally say, well, how do I work with the energy that I have that's in my life presently? There's this fabulous quote that says, it's not about having the best hand of cards, it's about knowing how to play your hand, right? And that's what this is all about. It's, you are where you're dealing with what you're dealing with, but it's spirit, universe, God, however you understand it, allowing you to grow and evolve beyond the limitation. So there is this blessing of abundance, right? Just like we saw with that Jupiter energy. So things are moving, we're in Aries season, spring, warm weather is coming, all that energy is starting to bubble beneath the surface. It's a great time to just continue to focus on yourself, focus on relationships, what's working, what's not, what needs tweaking, what needs love, what needs more you time, and make adjustments accordingly. That's going to make you the most successful. And, try to think before you speak too. All right, guys. Thank you for your patience and flexibility. Happy full moon. Wishing you all the love and blessings, whatever you're navigating through. Big thumbs up for support. Drop comments below. Let's build and grow the community.